Hi everyone, my name's Amy. I'm an account manager here at Enjoy Benefits, and today I'm going to be talking through the workplace nursery benefit. This is something that your employers implemented to help with the cost of childcare. So, this benefit came into legislation in 1988, and we've been providing this scheme to our clients since 2004. It's there to help employees with the cost of childcare at a nursery setting by allowing you to save both tax and national insurance on your full monthly nursery fee. This benefit can be used up until the age of 5 or when your child will leave nursery to go on to school. Currently, we work with a network of over 3,000 nurseries across the UK. If your nursery isn't on that list, then don't worry. We will contact the nursery to explain the benefit and hopefully onboard them to offer the scheme. Something to be aware of is that this benefit is only applicable to Ofsted registered nursery settings, and unfortunately, the legislation doesn't allow for childminders or nannies to be covered. So the savings possible with this benefit far outweigh those possible with the government's new tax-free childcare or the previously available childcare vouchers. On the next slide, I'll be going through a comparison. So this is based on an employee paying nursery fees of £1,300 per month and then being a basic rate taxpayer. So that means they earn less than £50,000 a year. Using the tax-free childcare, the savings could be up to £2,000 a year, whereas with the workplace nursery benefit, the annual savings would be 3,315. It's quite a significant difference between the two. Again, just another comparison based on the same nursery fees of £1,300 a month, but this employee is a higher rate taxpayer, so that means they earn over £50,000 a year. Using the tax-free childcare, the annual savings would be up to £2,000, whereas with the workplace nursery benefit, the annual savings would be 5,466. So again, another quite a significant saving with our scheme. So your employer provides additional finance and support to the partnered nurseries. So this benefit is a partnership between your employer and your partnered nursery. And one of the key points of this legislation for the benefit is that your employer must provide the partnered workplace nursery with a contribution over and above your monthly fee. So this is £150, which equates to 1,800 across your 12-month agreement. And as part of that, you're required to be actively involved in 3 mandatory meetings with the nursery. These are conducted via telephone conference or a web meeting. The first will take place within the first 4 weeks of the benefit being selected by yourself. Enjoy Benefits will host the meeting and you're required to attend, acting as a representative of your employer. So during the call, we'll ask different questions to the nursery to help you understand any issues or challenges that they might be facing. We ask about any upcoming planned projects for the period of the contract, and that allows you to gain a better understanding as to the needs of the nursery. It's then agreed how the monies can be spent at best effect. Enjoy Benefits will record this meeting and we take notes of everything discussed and agreed, and then they're emailed over to each party and uploaded to your account. The meetings are designed to give parties an insight into your partnered nursery, and it is a key part of this partnership. Something to be aware of is that the meetings will need to happen regardless of whether your child has moved nurseries, and you'll be contacted to act as the company representative. During these meetings, there may also be other company representatives present from other employers that also partner with your chosen nursery. And that's key as it allows a nursery to future plan for all funding that they'll receive from different companies. It also means that it can be worked or it can be used towards larger projects and then collectively decided how it can be spent. We work with lots of nursery brands such as Kids Inc., Kiddie Karoo, Banana Moon, and Monkey Puzzle. And when you inquire to use the benefit, we will advise if your nursery is currently offering the scheme or not. Unfortunately, there are some nurseries who aren't able to offer this benefit, and that includes Bright Horizons, Busy Bees, and Child Base nurseries. So, when you inquire to use the benefit, you will receive your own savings calculation and it will look similar to what's on the screen now. I will be running through this examples to give you an understanding as to the savings and where they come from. So, this is based on an employee paying nursery fees of £1,300 a month and then being a higher rate taxpayer, so earning over £50,000 a year. The first line shows the monthly fee the employee is currently paying out of their net salary. This is the salary once the employer has already deducted tax and NI. And over the year, the employee is paying nursery fees of 15,600 out of their net salary. In order to pay these nursery fees, the employee has already paid tax and NI on that £1,300. So if we were to add that 42% back on, then the gross cost of nursery fees is in fact £2,241 a month. Annually, that equates to £26,896 per year. If the employee wants to use this benefit, then there is a 12.5% admin fee. To calculate this, we add it onto the net nursery fee, and then that new figure is deducted from the gross salary. And because that full amount is now taken from the gross salary, the employee saves tax and national insurance. So that's how the savings made. So the new cost of nursery fees is now £1,462 a month, or annually £17,550. This is the amount that the employee will have deducted from their gross salary each month. Line 4, this figure is the difference between the old gross and the new gross cost of nursery fee. That's now freed up money that is staying in the employee's salary. If the employee wasn't using this benefit, then that money would be going to HMRC and tax and NI payments. This money then has to be taxed by the employer, which shows the figure below. And that leaves the employee with a saving over the year of £5,421. So this is the saving that will be in the employee's net salary. Like I said, as you inquire to use the benefit, you will be sent your own personalised version of that calculation. So if you do want to run through that calc with any of the team here at eBay, you can give us a call. The process for setting up this benefit is very straightforward, and someone from the team can run through the whole process when you inquire. I will just go through a step by step on the next slide. So firstly, you'll need to create an online account with Enjoy Benefits using the company access key. If you've not already been provided with that, it should be circulated after viewing this video. You can then log in and submit a nursery inquiry. Once we've received this, we'll send out an example savings calculation via email. And then if you're happy based on that calculation, we can send you your terms and conditions for completion. Once we've received these signed terms, we'll then contact your nursery to confirm the partnership with your employer. The nursery will then complete a 12-month fee sheet for the contract, which you as the employee will co-sign. Then, prior to the contract going live, Enjoy Benefits require employer confirmation of your eligibility. We then invoice your employer a month prior to your contract starting. And then EB arrange a meeting to discuss the partnership and the employee contract. Okay, just some key considerations before using the benefit. So the minimum nursery fee is £1,000 per month. There is a markup to use the workplace nursery scheme, which is 12.5% of your monthly nursery fee. However, that is taken from your gross salary, so you do make a saving on that as well. The workplace nursery benefit is run by a salary sacrifice, so this can impact financial decisions such as mortgages or bank loans. I would recommend just speaking to your broker or your financial advisor about that. And then finally, something to consider is national minimum wage threshold. And that's if you have quite high nursery fees, it can't drop you below minimum wage. Then just a further key consideration, it's key to note that this is a partnership between your employer and your nursery. and that runs for 12 months. As part of that, some of the requirements are the three mandatory meetings to discuss the partnership, the nursery to receive the full employer contribution for the contract length, regardless of any lifestyle changes. If you leave the business or decide to move nurseries, that the nursery still need to receive that full £1,800 from your employer. This benefit is non-transferable, so each partnership is specific to the employer and that chosen workplace nursery setting. So again, if you move nurseries, we can't just transfer the agreement between the settings. And then finally, just some FAQs. So my fees vary each month. Can I still use the benefit? Yes, of course. As long as your fees are £1,000 or above each month, then you can use the benefit. We'll ask the nursery to confirm the fees with us in writing at the start of the contract, and that usually takes into consideration any changes like access to the free hours, increasing or decreasing your days. If you then have any adjustments throughout the 12 months, then as long as you give us 6 weeks notice, we can update this for the relevant month. Is the amount I can have deducted capped? So no, it's not capped. The only thing to be mindful of is that the salary sacrifice deduction cannot drop you below minimum wage. If that potentially is the case, we can reduce the amount we're salary sacrificing. So if your nursery fees are, say, £2,000 a month, we could just deduct that thousand and the rest could be paid directly to the nursery or via tax-free childcare. What happens if I am looking to apply for a mortgage? So the workplace nursery benefit is run by a salary sacrifice, and as a result, it can have an impact on mortgage applications. Some mortgage brokers will use the lower gross salary to calculate the value of a mortgage that you're eligible for. However, others will not, so you're best just speaking to your mortgage advisor about that. The government also offer help with childcare through their tax-free childcare portal. Which should I choose for my family? So with the tax-free childcare, that allows you to pay up to £2,000 each quarter into your online account, and then the government top that up with £500. So that means over the course of a year, you receive £2,000 tax-free, but that is capped at £2,000. Whereas with the workplace nursery benefit, it allows you to save tax and an eye on 100% of your nursery fees. So we have some employees who pay nursery fees of £3,000 a month and they save 12,500 a year because it's not capped. However, you would be likely to choose the tax-free childcare over the workplace nursery scheme if your nursery fees are less than £1,000 per month, your child's just started a new nursery and you want to make sure they're settled in before you enter into a 12-month workplace nursery agreement. You decided to go with a childminder or a nanny, or maybe you use other wraparound care and holiday clubs for an older child. So for your older child, you could use a tax-free childcare, and then for your nursery age child, you could use the workplace nursery benefit. And then finally, if you're not eligible for the workplace nursery benefit due to minimum wage requirements or not being able to have a 12-month agreement. So how to apply. So if you've not already, you should receive some information on the benefit and how to apply. To set up an account, you need to go to our website, which is www.enjoybenefits.co.uk. Click on User Access Key and enter the code provided by your employer. As I mentioned earlier in the call, if you do have any questions about the scheme, you can give us a ring on 0800 088 7315, or you can pop your HR an email. Thank you so much for listening today.